Hey guys, welcome to the video. I'm Amy and I post 3 videos a week every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. EST. I post a lot of 3-day foundation wear tests, full face first impressions, and like today, full face one brand. If that sounds like your kind of content, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss out on mine. Like I said, in today's video, we are doing a full face using one brand, and that brand is Flower Beauty. If you are new to my channel, the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer is my favorite concealer hands down, and for some reason I have not tried a full face of Flower Beauty yet. So I picked a full face and pretty much everything here is new besides the concealer and the bronzer, which I've had in my collection for a while, but I'm using a whole bunch of goodies. So if you want to see how I created this look, then just keep watching. Okay, I'm gonna, I think, start out with the color corrector. I'm gonna use my finger and I'm gonna feel this. Okay, it is, the Becca one is like super thin and creamy from the get-go. Like this one is a little bit more solid and you kind of have to warm it up, and it is more yellow. I feel like it covered really well for sure, but it is a lot drier. I did not grab either of these things next to me, but it definitely is a lot more dry than the Becca one. I'm wondering if it's almost closer to a MAC paint pot because those are drier, or maybe it's like somewhere in between those two things. But I think like I like it, but I wish it were more of a hydrating thing. But I guess some people have like oily eyelids and things like that where maybe they wouldn't want something emollient in that area. I'm just dry and I love glowiness everywhere. I'm gonna put it on my eyelid just to see, you know, it when I'm white, okay, when I touch it, it's a solid. When I wipe it, it turns into this creamy thing. And then when I blend it out, it turns into like a powder matte dry down situation. So, and as you can see, it is a little bit yellow for me, which, you know, yellow can combat the blues and purples, but I feel like for me, it is a little bit dark. Okay, I'm gonna let's try it on this side. Okay, I'll do swatches on this side. Hold on. The original foundation right next to it is quite the bit thicker. I'm gonna also put the concealer here too, so hold on. The Get Real Serum Foundation in L2. This is the Light Illusion Foundation in L1. Both of these are quite yellow. This is the concealer, the Light Illusion Concealer in L1 too, which is a perfect, look at it next to me. These are super yellow, both of them. But the Get Real one does look much more lightweight. It was more of a thin formula. I'm gonna wipe this so I don't make a mess. Okay, this is the e.l.f. Foundation Blurring Brush. And all of it up into my brush. I do not like the way it smells. It smells kind of like old lady, but kind of like cleaner at the same time somehow. I do really like the finish of it, and the color does not look bad at all because it's not like full coverage. Medium buildable coverage, natural radiant finish. So there is one full pump. I did just wash this brush, so it could have soaked more of it up than normal, but just on my like cheek, basically, that's one full pump. So I definitely would not say that this is medium. I would say like light medium, because I still see my freckles, my discoloration, my scarring, but it did knock down the red quite a bit. But the finish is super nice. I like that. I'm gonna do another pump and a half. It's a little bit clingy around my nose, but it could just be because I can't like press it in there very well with the brush. But I really like how it looks. I like how it feels. It feels like absolutely nothing on my skin. I do think the color is a little bit yellow still, but I don't think it looks too drastically dark for me. Okay, onto the concealer, which I guess I'm gonna use my finger for. See, this is what happens when you do things out of order than normal. Yeah, I have a clean brush here, so I might try to do like the edges with that, but we are going to, I know I don't really have that much dark because of that, so I'm gonna just kind of go like this because I do want to try to cover up this redness a little bit more. I feel like Robert Welsh. As you can see, the coverage is really good on this concealer because it's covering up my entire cheek. It goes a long way. I've never done this with a brush. I think I should have just got up and got my sponge. I used to be someone who only used my fingers to blend in my concealer, and now I'm like, I absolutely hate it. I don't know. The finished product looks pretty decent, right? I think it looks good. I think they go well together, actually. Even though the foundation looked so much more yellow than the concealer, I think on the face, it definitely blends together nicely. I'm going to take a little bit of this number 7 powder because I did not get a powder. Just going to do my eyes. The rest of my face feels super... it's a little tacky, actually. But it feels fine to me. But we might go back to the powder later. I know that a lot of people would be like, oh my god, I shouldn't put powder on. I should go ahead and go into the blush. But I just always put the bronzer on first anyway. The under eye powder and everything. I don't know. I'm going to just do it because that's what I want to do. So I'm going to use this big fluffy brush and I'm going to just go on one side of it. And then kind of tap up here. And we'll hope that the blush works over the powders. I don't mind this. It is a little bit redder. I don't know if you saw my LYS, Full Face of LYS, but their bronzer is a little bit more like almost yellow undertoned, which I explained as thinking it was like worked better on my fair skin than things that are like red undertoned or too orange. So I do think this is a bit more of like a red tone. So to me, I would maybe use this as a blush, you know? I don't think it's... I'm too pale to use a bronzer that's really bronzy. Like it needs to have a little bit of that neutral, like almost like contour situation, or else it just doesn't look right on my skin, I don't feel. But it's nice. I still think I will keep it decluttered though, because I do think that the color is just not what I want, you know? But I want to go ahead and go into this blush, and I'm not going to use my sponge because I don't have it. I am going to put a little bit of this on the back of my hand, and I really do like how it has that like clear tip so you can actually see when it's coming. This is definitely way too much, but I want to kind of do a little splotch or dot and then show you a nice little swatch. Oof. That looks beautiful. Oh my god. Oof. That looks so pretty, guys. I'm real excited. So I'm going to take my e.l.f. 105. So I put it all over my brush and I'm going to kind of go on this blank part of my hand here and make sure that it's kind of evenly dispersed. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. Oh. Why have I waited so long? I definitely did not need as much as I poured out on my hand. I mean, there's still so much like all over my hand. Wow. Wow. But I will let my face eat it for a little bit first. before I go wiping off my hand completely. Wow, I love that tone. That tone is so good. It's a little bit like an apricot kind of shade. It's a little bit more peachy, but it still has a very like a pinkness to it. But it's not too orange, it's not too pink. It's kind of neutral. Oh my goodness. I'm really into this. I'm really into this. Can you guys tell I'm really into this? I've heard so many people rave about this, and I've been like, I'll try it one day, I'll try it one day, but like, why didn't I try it sooner? It's been out for years, guys. It is truly as good as everybody says. Well, okay, hold on, Amy. This is a first impression. I do not know how it wears. I do not know how it lasts. But from a first impression, this is exceeding all expectations, even though I already knew that everybody loved this product, if that makes sense. I'm going to leave this on my hand and try not to get it everywhere. But just in case I need to put some more on, I don't want to waste it. I am going to take a little bit of powder kind of down by the sides of my nose because I do plan on leaving my house today. I don't know if I will, but I might. Okay, let's dig into this highlighter. This is the Day Glow Highlighting Glaze Illuminator in DG1 Stunner. It looks so beautiful. Okay, my hands are completely clean. Oh, it's a beautiful balmy situation. It's kind of like a soft champagne gold. Yeah, it's a soft champagne kind of color. Oh, okay. Wow. It's very thin and balmy, but you can like press into it and it doesn't like dig. It's like a hard pressed balmy thing. I don't know how to describe that, but let's try to put it on without a sponge, which is probably not a great idea, but because it's so balmy. I don't know, can you see it? This was like maybe a mistake. Okay, finger, back to my finger. I think I just put too much on the brush at one time. I don't know, are you guys seeing a payoff? Maybe it's just because I'm under all these lights, so it's like evening everything out. I mean, it would be like the world's most natural highlight. I'll have to try it without makeup and obviously with a sponge, because maybe it was the tools. So let's move in to the eyes. Should I zoom in? Welcome. Here are the eyeshadows. They look really nice. Okay, we've got from here down, okay? Wildflower, Ever After, Peach, and Breathe. I think they're really pretty. The formula is soft but pigmented, and the metallics are very like, they pick up a lot. They're soft pressed. It actually kind of reminds me of ABH. You know? The formula reminds me of ABH. I'm gonna take the shade Breathe on my NYX number 16. Ooh, it's a lovely shade. They do have other quads, but I picked this one because I'm ready for freaking spring and summer, okay? We're on our way, we're almost there. Can you hear the birds out there? So this is basically the only transition shade, yeah. So I'm trying to get it all the way to my brow. I'm gonna take this Retin number 2 into the same shade and just hit up the under eyes. Okay, I'm gonna take my NYX number 44 into the deepest shade there called Wildflower. This shade isn't fully matte. It does have like a little bit of a satinness to it, which I actually do really like. I think it helps shades blend out, so we'll see. Lovely. Okay. I think that this fiery metallic shade is beautiful. I just don't think I'm prepared to go there today. I'm gonna take the gold on my finger. I think that's so pretty. And this is completely dry, obviously with my finger, but it's dry. And it just looks so metallic. I really wasn't expecting to like their eyeshadow. I was kind of begrudgingly bought the eyeshadow. Like, I want to try a full face, so I guess I'll have to buy an eyeshadow. But no, I'm quite happy with this, quite pleased. I think this is it. I think this is it for me. Let me zoom out. So I'm done with the eye look. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows and mascara off camera, and I will be right back. Okay, I've got mascara and a little bit of a brow on. So now I'm like, do I leave the waterline blank or do I put this on it? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, this is kind of scary, but let's do it. I definitely think when they say lip and eye, I think they meant like as an eyeshadow, but you know, I think it looks good. What do you think? Which eye did you prefer? This is a little bit more closed off, a little bit more, it's not smoky because it's not dark, but a little bit more smoky. This one is definitely like bright-eyed, bushy-tailed kind of vibe. Good enough for me. Let's try it on the lips, baby. Okay. My lips look terrible. Let's see what it does. It is like a matte, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to say that 18 times. Again, this is the Scribble Stick in Tickle Me Pink. It's really close to my natural lip color. Like really close. It feels kind of just like a matte lipstick, like a regular lipstick. And I think the color is quite nice. Let's do like a Am I having a stroke? A Katie Jane Hughes thing and kind of blur the lip line. Do I need it to be darker for this? How do you feel? I don't know. It's comfortable enough. Like it's not, I wonder how it will wear because it does feel like something that I would kind of forget is there. Nice. I'm not mad at it. I like it. And I definitely like the way that it comes because I do like the bite lip stick things. Theirs are more creamy though. This is definitely more of a matte formula than those. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!
Excuse me, how am I supposed to open this? Drugstore makeup and their little plastic things drive me crazy, drive me mad. Wow, that's some thick, plasticky, tapey stuff. Okay, that didn't even help me.